Today, we're heading into the wilderness with 7 other Subarus for an overnight camping trip with a Wilderness Adventure Club. But not everything goes to plan. As we explore the epic trails in the area, we quickly reach our campsite. And once set up for the night, the weather takes a turn for the worse. What starts as a light rain shower quickly escalates into a hailstorm and eventually turning into a heavy snowfall, something we definitely didn't expect to see in early June. How will we handle this unexpected mess of seasons while spending a night in the wilderness? You're going to have to watch to find out. What is up, and welcome back to, well, you might recognize this. This is out in Wilderness Valley Road. Today we're doing another adventure, but we're going camping. It's finally warmed up enough that it's kind of spring camping. We might actually get some rain, so I don't know how much I jinxed it there, but you will notice that my Forester is with a bunch of other Subarus. So today we're going on a little bit of adventure with the Wilderness Adventure Club, kind of put together with Scott Subaru here, and we have 7 or 8 Subarus. They're all pretty much wildernesses, which is pretty cool, and we're going for a little bit of a camping and a little bit of adventure. So I'm going to be going ahead and kind of leading, getting us to the campsite, and then depending on weather, depending on the trail conditions, we might actually go put some of these wildernesses to use and see what they're capable of. As we ventured deeper into the wilderness, the trail quickly transformed from a smooth gravel access road into a much rougher path covered in standing water. Nonetheless, we pressed on, pushing our convoy of Subarus forwards, surrounded by the forest, with the mountains looming in the distance. Eventually, we found a suitable campsite nestled among the trees. One by one, we veered off of the main trail and pulled into our home for the night alongside Wipers Creek. And not long after, all the Subarus were parked and everyone was busy setting up camp. And well, there we go. We have made it to where we'll be spending the night. If you kind of look behind us, we got that Wipers Creek, and you will probably recognize it because where we usually camp when we're out here in the winter, I actually haven't camped here a lot in the summer, is we camp just right down there a little bit, where it's kind of open, but we still are protected by the trees. We kind of moved down a little bit because first we need a lot more space because, well, you can check out all those Subarus. We'll take a look at them a little bit later. but also there's a lot of more people camping. So we got people over there, and then we got some people way down there. So we had to kind of find a spot that could fit everyone, as well as be protected from, well, possibly the wind and possibly the rain. This is like the only weekend in June that we're actually getting rain, and of course it's camping weekend, but everyone's pretty much prepared. And as I said, everyone that kind of has different camp setups. We have some people sleep in the back of their cars. We have some people with rooftop tents, ground tents, pop-up tents. We got a little bit of everything. So it's kind of cool to see everyone's setup. But with that being said, we're going to try to maybe head up to Margaret Lake and see kind of that trail. As I said, it did rain here, so we might or might not be able to. There's a couple off-camber spots that if we are on it, we'll kind of slide to the side, and we don't want to do that. That's kind of just going to make a mess. So we're going to probably just see what it looks like and kind of go from there.
Just as everyone finished setting up for the night, the first few raindrops began to fall. Over the next hour, the rain intensified, eventually turning into hail. As if that wasn't enough, the weather changed once again, this time bringing large snowflakes, something we certainly didn't expect for mid-June. Thankfully, we stayed dry under the cover and watched as the storm passed, knowing it wouldn't be safe to tackle the trails in these conditions.
And we got all 3 seasons here in Alberta. We had hail, we had snow, and we had rain. And well, it is still kind of raining, but we have it kind of slowing down enough that we can actually kind of take a step outside and kind of, we did get a fire started, but as you see, it's raining again, so we can't really enjoy it as much as we would have liked, but it's still nice to be out here. Everything is very green because of the rain, and our neighbors have left, so that's a good sign, I guess. But other than that, we're just kind of enjoying this view. As you guys know, we've camped here quite a bit, and we actually have camped right over there, as I mentioned, because usually you have a nice view of the mountains there. They're actually still snow covered due to the snow that we got like a couple hours ago. And well, we kind of waited for the snow to disappear, or the hail, whatever you want to call it, to disappear, and we were able to make some lunch, or make some dinner, and start a fire, and well, it's raining again. I haven't set up my tent yet because, well, I didn't want to set up in the rain, but I might just have to set it up in the rain. Other than that, we do have a nice little kind of awning type thing here, where Ernesto and I kind of put our cars together, so we were able to kind of protect ourselves from the rain a bit, and kind of enjoy some company before, well, it started raining again, and we're kind of getting ready to go to bed pretty soon because, well, out here it stays light till like 11, so we're probably won't be staying up past that because we'll probably be getting up hopefully earlier to no rain and no snow and no hail. But you never know here when we're camping in Alberta.
As the remaining sunlight faded away, so did the rain, giving us a chance to keep the fire going and enjoy its warmth while sharing stories of past adventures. But not before long, darkness set in and we decided to call it a night. However, first, we had to move the Forester and set up for a good night's sleep. And when we awoke in the morning, we were greeted by a humid but rain-free dawn, giving us just enough time to cook some breakfast before the rain set in again.
And well, with everyone packed up and breakfast done, we're gonna go ahead and hit the trail because, well, it is still raining. It stopped in the middle of the night, and well, it started raining this morning, and well, we didn't get much of a view over there, so we're all kind of packed up and ready to go. It's a little bit earlier than what I would typically leave camp, but as I said, there's not much you can do in the rain, and as you see, my camera is even getting wet, so we're gonna go ahead, make our way back to the trailhead, and hit the road back home.
As the rain continued to intensify, we hit the trail and made our way back. This time, the trail looked quite different, with every low spot filled with water. Making our way through the forest, we splashed our way through, encountering puddle after puddle. And despite the wet conditions, it was a lot of fun as we put the Subarus to the test. And not before long, we crossed the final water crossing and navigated off the trail and onto the access road before reaching the trailhead.
And well, we're back at the trailhead airing up, and well, of course, it is still raining. So it's rained pretty much this whole trip, but I hope you enjoyed this. Bye! And well, as I said, we were planning for a nicer week, but unfortunately we didn't get it. But it's still a great adventure out here to kind of explore, introduce a lot of new people to this area, show them that there's some pretty cool places close to home, as well as just get out and enjoy the outdoors, even if it wasn't the great weather. I personally like doing some of the extreme weather stuff, so I found it to be a lot of fun, especially with the right gear. You can have a lot of fun, so it was still pretty enjoyable. But with that being said, I hope you enjoy it. If you guys are wanting to go on adventures like this, as I said, we do have a group chat now for us here in Alberta that if you want to join, drop a comment down below and let me know, and I can get you in that group chat and we can get you out with me on some of these adventures. With that being said, we're going to end it here, so while you're down there dropping a comment, don't forget to check out Flat 4 Off-Road and the channel memberships. And I will see you in the next adventure.